Good morning. It is day 4 in sunny Florida. Here we are on day 4 with our Beatbot Sora 70. And all I can say is I am ecstatic and I am so freaking excited. The reason I am so excited is because of how the pool looks this morning. But first, let me rewind real quick and explain what I did last night off camera. Last night I came out here just before dark and there was a storm that seemed to be rolling in. And I saw that after Betty was done and everything had settled, that we had some sand, some sediment that had kicked back up onto the steps and into those corners that are her hard places to get. And so I, real quick, trying to outrun the storm that was coming in, I decided that I was just going to real quickly take the brush and go around the whole pool the way that I did earlier in the day. And while I was doing it, just like earlier in the day, it kicked up a bunch of sediment in the pool, which was great because I was going to run the pool pump all night, which kept pulling it. It did great. So this morning I came out and the pool looks fantastic. All the hard spots are good because I brushed them last night. And then there is a bunch of sand and sediment that has gathered. The birds are really excited too. There's a bunch of sand and sediment that has gathered in the middle of the pool and has settled overnight. So I look at our pool today and it's looking freaking awesome, minus the little sand settlements in the middle. Overall, I am super psyched, especially with how filthy our pool was at the beginning of this process. So I'm thinking that unless I get pretty picky and eat, which I can be, and I sometimes do, I'm thinking today might be the final day. But we may throw in a 5th day just for good measure. And then it'll be on to maintenancing and Betty doing her job. So right now we are going to get started with Betty this morning and we are going to drop her and let her get that sand settlements in the middle. And we are so excited because we are that much closer to using our pool and to having it open for the summer. I'm so excited. Come along for the journey. Stay around and see. Do I add a 5th day or is the 4th day our final day? You know what I've noticed? I've noticed something else. I've noticed that every time, like she's already lined up and to be ready to do all the round that I like her to do, which is the full cycle. And I just looked, she's already on because I just unplugged her and she's on standby. This girl is ready to go. She is so awesome. Really, they make this super simple for anybody. Anybody can use this bot. I'm telling you, the technology, the app, every aspect of it is super simple. There she goes. She's going to dive and clean the pool. The coolest part is that the app and the functionality of the robot, of Betty, I know she won't be named Betty in your house, but of our Sora 70, the reality is that it is super simple. And once you get it set up, it's ready to go when you unplug it and you go to drop it. It's awesome. Betty, I thought you said you wanted to have your stuff emptied. So Betty sent me a text message. Granny also came out and was checking on her. And it said that Betty wanted to have her filters emptied. So it is time on day 4 to empty Betty's filter again. Ooh, it is amazing to me how much sediment keeps being in there. She's doing a good job. Just shows how insanely filthy our pool actually was. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. I'm going to get Betty dropped back in the pool. Okay, filter clean. Okay, Betty, you got this, girl. Kick it out. So where we are at in this moment is Betty is doing a great job. She is picking up a lot of the sediment that's still there. The pool is murky, but I can still see the bottom, which that's really exciting at this point, because at this point it's been running for, I think, almost 3 hours. And the fact that we can still see the bottom means that she really is starting to really get the sediment out, the sand out. So halfway through day 4, let's watch Betty fully dive. There she goes.
If you found value in today's video, like, share, and subscribe so we can hang out again.
I came out and Betty was acting a little erratic. It seemed like she was stuck on the jet. And so I pulled her out and I dropped her back in, and now she's back over. Betty has gone offline and she hasn't kicked back over in the app, but she's been out here for over 5 hours. And so at this point, I just think that she's low battery. She probably needs to be emptied, and she's probably done for the day, which if she was online, I would be able to tell that within the app. I love the app. She does go offline. She's gone offline a couple times. Normally she catches up really easily and quickly. And for whatever reason at this point, she's just not reconnecting. And it's really not a big deal. So I'm just gonna pull her. I'm gonna clean the filter and I'm gonna clean her off. We're gonna turn our pool pump back on and let the filtration clear out the murkiness. But let's just understand where we started. Today is day 4. Where we started on day 1 is I couldn't see anything in my pool after she was done. At this point, I can still see, even though it's murky, I can still see the bottom of our deep end. I am super excited with what is happening. But after I get everything going, the last thing I'll do before dark tonight is I will come out and I will do that sweeping that I did last night. I think it really helped get more of that sediment. I see that a little bit more has collected on our steps. And again, they collect in the corners. And so I will come and push them into the middle. And I do believe that a day 5 is in our future. But honestly, our pool was so stinking filthy. I'm so impressed. And she is so easy to use. Even when it's not perfect, it's still easy to use. They have made this brainless. You can do this. So far, the way I see her is she is well worth every penny that we spent. And every penny that we spent on her was money that we really thought about, because we are a family that lives on a budget. To give you some idea of how much sediment she kicked up this time, by preparing the pool last night, and brushing off the steps and the corners last night, letting it find itself in the middle, she has had 2 full baskets of sand and sediment. She worked really hard today. I really like this. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm trying to figure out how this works best for us with a filthy pool. And I'm finding that by doing that at night as the prep work, allowing our pool pump to run all night allows it to pull out as much sediment as it can through the filtration system, but it also allows the sediment that remains to settle in the middle of the pool. And obviously, I mean, we're on our 4th day. Obviously, she was able to pick up a bunch of that today. This is super exciting. I was hoping that it would settle the pool for this morning and have the sand where she could catch it, was my thought last night. So I was excited when I came out and the sediment was laid down, that we could see to the bottom clearly, and that there was lines of sediment that weren't there when I did it. And so I know that the pool pump probably pulled a bunch out into the filter as well. So the fun thing that I'm noticing is, although she's kicking up a little bit, but it's not nearly as it's been. Have a beautiful day.